So back to the KZ, there's a few things that need attention, all like tiny little things. First of all, the illumination on the tack, the back illumination isn't turning on. It's pretty simple. Just pull the back out and, you know, see what lights come on and make sure that they're all where they're supposed to be, and also that none are burnt out. Second of all, the speedo isn't working. I'm not sure if it's because of the cable or it's just because of something in the mechanism, or maybe the drive on the front wheel wasn't assembled correctly. These are all things I need to check out. And third is the left side exhaust is coming off. When I ride it, it's loose. And the culprit is in there. Is the actual joint here. So I'm gonna see what I can do about either tightening that up or, you know, maybe redo it a little bit. So I fixed those problems really quick. The exhaust coupler, so I'm a little sick. The exhaust clamp just need to be moved forward a little bit so it could keep like a better clamp over the cuts in the exhaust, so it actually clamps down onto it. The tack light was just pinched in an installation, so I just wiggled it out a little bit, got it back on there, so now it's working correctly again. It was just pinched a little bit, no big deal. The speedometer, found the issue. It's the cable itself. Specifically when I took it out from the drive side, not the speedometer side, it's missing a bit there. And the bit that it's missing is right here. It's this little fork. And what this fork does is it fits into the key, into a keyed side, like there's a little slot that in the drive it inserts into this and it rotates around. It'll rotate the other end of this speedometer cable right here that fits into the speedo itself. It'll rotate the mechanism within the speedo cable or within the speedometer itself, and it'll show how fast you're going. What I thought it was the drive itself, because usually, or what I'm used to anyways, is with the speedo drives, there's like, it's kind of like this, right? Like on the fork itself, there's a little notch, like a little 2 notches like that. And the speedo drive has 1 notch, and it fits right in there, so if it rotates together like that. What the KZ has is the forks have 1 notch, and then, you know, the drive has 1 notch, and so what it does is when it rotates forward, it just kind of collides together and holds on. So there kind of seems like there would be a moment in forward momentum where it would have to knock together like that, but the act of the wheel moving forward keeps it in place. So a little strange. This is what it is, but you know, that's how it works on the KZ. So I need to order a new speedo cable because this part snapped off. It should all be one piece, and it snapped off. So this is a super easy fix. You know, I don't have to disassemble the front wheel. I don't have to break apart the speedometer again and see if like anything's weird in the gears or anything like that. It's real simple. It's just a speedo cable. So at this point, what's left? The only thing that's really left is to paint the tank and put the seat on. I need to make a mounting bracket for the seat, and let's see what else. That's it. I mean, really, there's not a whole lot else to do. And then at that point, just drive it around, and if I think it's cool, then I'll start cleaning up the engine a little bit, get some of the grease and schmutz off of it that's been accumulating for the past few weeks, months. I kind of forget how long I've been working on this thing. It was supposed to be a quick flip. But when you decide that you want to make something, you know, back to original as much as you can, not custom, all the little bits and pieces matter, you know, and all the little details at the end take a lot of time. So that's really it, man. There's not a whole lot left to do. I have the paint for the tank. the bodywork's all done for the tank. I've ordered the 2K clear that I've talked about before. That's a spray can clear that actually is a two-part. There's two canisters within the can, and when you activate it, there's a little button at the bottom. When you activate it, they both mix together, so you actually get a good clear, like an automotive grade clear, that when you put gas on it, it's not going to dissolve. Like, you know, if you went and got some Rust-Oleum clear, slapped it on your gas tank, put a little gas on it, gas will eat it away. Gas won't eat this stuff away. So waiting for that to come in. When it does come in, I'll take the tank off and I'll start doing all the preparation, you know, do the final prep for it. I think it needs probably another wet sand, like the primer probably needs to be wet sanded again, and then I'll lay the base down and all that stuff. So I think for today I might try and fit that seat, to be honest with you. See if I have some rod laying around that I can thread and make it work. So I don't know, I got some time, got some daylight. Let's see what we can do. Well, this was actually easier than I thought. I found some bolts in my little part, like, you know, extra parts bin thing, and they were long enough. And then I found some metal locking nuts. Luckily, they fit. So now, you know, you can see that they're not all the way in there, but these are metal lock nuts. They don't come loose, ever. So now, happily, I have a locking seat. It looks good. I had to lube up the locks, unlocks. I had to lube up the mechanism, the lock mechanism a little bit, just because it was, you know, it's kind of old. But now it works right. It's open, close, lock. And it's on there straight too. So this is the second seat that I got. The previous owner gave me two. This one's in the best condition, so I'm just going to use it. There's only a tiny little tear back here, so I'm going to let it ride. I think it's fine. But we finally have what appears to be a motorcycle. Yay! Well, it seems like all the fixes that I was worried about doing today are actually pretty easy. So yeah, now I have what resembles a motorcycle. So for now, this is it. I'm just gonna buy that new Speedo cable, wait for the clear to come in, finish the tank, and then it's done, baby. It's done.